You know, it's been a while since it's rained on this server. Something's got to be working real hard. I know it's working real hard. Somebody on my last nerve. Dubs were called due to a major health and safety violations. Due to the finding of this invasion, you were fined 64 diamond ore, paid to C&G Health and Safety Services. Slight problem. C&G Safety Services seem to have absolutely no offices anywhere, so I don't know where to pay the fine. So, yeah, you know what? Suck it. Suck your fine. Just, yeah, if this had a middle finger emote, I'd be right there. I tell you, some people's kids. So, today, gonna get this dumb thing built. And along the way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find some way, we're gonna fight this fine right here. I'm just gonna put it right here so I don't forget where I put it. We're gonna fight this fine to the highest court of the land. All the way to, as soon as someone builds a courthouse, of course, then we can fight it all the way to the highest court of the land. Okay? I refuse to let some nanny state busybody tell me because I fall down a hole because they're not paying attention. It's not my fault. Welcome to real life. Buy a helmet. All right. So the first plan didn't work. Sometimes things don't work, and sometimes you just have to suck it up and move on. Right? It's all a learning process. Failure is a great teacher, etc. This is the new plan, right? This is the plan that will work, right? It's gonna. You just don't doubt me. This is gonna work, okay? A little help from Cortez. Put fences down the middle so spiders can't spawn. I went with slabs a couple times. The weird part is that slabs on the top of the bottom seem to cut down pack spawns. I don't quite know all the mechanics behind mob spawning, but, well, you know, if it works, right? Still got all the fence gates. He showed me this trick here. Ways to get through. That's a, that was a mistake. Okay, where was that? Okay. Something he got off of, I think he got it off of Reddit. At least I found a picture of it on Reddit. Works just fine. I don't know where that little bastard came from. Then comes along, they're just falling into mine carts at the moment. And I don't know how I forgot that there were barrier blocks in creative, so I can actually see what I'm doing. But it seems to work a lot better. Those guys over there are probably having a bad day. Well, no, they're outside of spawn distance. But anyway, this seems to be working a lot better. One higher so they could bob around a bit more and swim faster. I must have missed an episode that says things can spawn on blue ice as well. Because they will. If you watch, they'll eventually spawn on blue ice. There, see? Guy spawned on blue ice. Doesn't really make much of a difference. I don't think it even moves them out of the farm any faster. But as it stands, this line right here is 24. So as long as I'm right here, that'll all work. Right? The hostile mob cap is set to 79 by default. So you shouldn't get more than, I guess you should, which is kind of dumb. I know that mobs out of a spawner, like an actual cage mob spawner, you get a lot more of them than 79. And I have a hard time believing some of that number, given the absolute lag fest and nightmare. Where are you little bastards coming from? That is Cortez's Guardian farm. Seems like there's an awful lot more. Maybe they're just dying so fast, right? But anyway, this is creating the kind of conditions I want. It's going to require a bit more paying off well too. It's going to require a bit more work because in the server version, it's got to go all the way up, over, and down far enough to make them one-hit kill with a sweeping edge sword with looting on it, preferably. right? Something with sweeping edges that goes whack, it kills them all. But it's the one on there will have a 2-drop fall. This was just to save time. So, looking at my picture over here, kind of like last time. Okay, this is where the fun's gonna start. That's 24 blocks. I still want. So there's going to be a great big long video that I have to chop up of things that didn't work. Griff gave me a hand. Cortez came by, helped me with a couple of things. It had too many flaws, right? Start all over again. I organized everything, which means now I have no idea where anything is. There we are, our packed ice. Beyond that, it can operate very much the same as it did before. Polished diorite. Slight modification being that instead of being... How do I put this? In order to make the thing still look good, it has to... I have to add a 2-block thing in the middle, so that it's still centered. I know you're not going to... Well, I want to be able to see it. I want to have glass on the front so I can see what's happening. Because I like to watch my machines work. Right? A machine you build, you can't watch work, I find is a far less interesting machine. So I'm going... And these have to be cut back to 6, I think. No, I gotta go up there. These got to be cut back to 6 because of the way things like the water is going to dispense out. Give me a minute here. Make sure I got this all done and I'll come right back. Right, so the first thing I did was run out and get ahead of myself. I forgot that this needs to be up off the ground a bit. Let's hop down here. I wanted this to be at least a couple off the bottom. This is, this doesn't need to be here, but it's not, Mostly just to make sure I don't hit it with a pick. This will give me a couple of blocks underneath to run redstone. Get the rest of these. And then the whole thing is coming up a little bit higher and a little bit further back. But it's not going to bother anything, right? 24 is still... 24 is like right here. Or right here. Either way, none of the spawning area bays are going to have to worry about it. I am putting glass here because, like I said, I want to be able to watch stuff happen. It's really hard to troubleshoot anything if you can't see what's going on. I ran into that problem last time. And don't want to do it again. I'll also leave, let me throw a couple torches down here so I don't have 2 torches. Well, I hope this does the job. Put one here and one over here. The idea being that you're going to wind up standing on a pressure plate. On one of a ring of pressure plates around here where all the mobs are going to come down. Which means if I slab everything else, which I'll probably have to keep the slimes down, it's going to be no problem to make sure that there's no light within 15 of these bays, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my closest light source can be here, right? The rest can be slabs. Not only can it be slabs, given the fact that if you're standing here, nothing can spawn within 24 of you, it's not much of an issue. Although it will be a problem when someone has to come down. So it'll have to be a big ring of slabs. Still kind of working on the architecture for it. This seemed like a great idea the first time, and then I burned through a bunch of ideas that didn't work. going to take a little bit to figure it all out. But for now I'll at least be able to get one of these big mess things working. Again, we've got the 2 wide in the middle to make sure it's kind of symmetrical. We'll go 3 to each side, 1 more up. If I have to go further up, then I have to go further up. Right? I already mentioned last time that if these got to go all the way up and then over and down for a proper 23 block drop, so it can be used to harvest mobs manually, then it's going to have to, right? I might actually wind up poking out into the ocean up above, which frankly is okay. You know, if I have to, I have to. It'll make for a better, definitely a better looking build from outside. You know, I can put a whole bunch of glass in the ceiling so I'll be able to see up. That'll probably actually go a lot cooler than just a big box with a ceiling on it. So if that's what's got to happen, that's what's got to happen. I'm going to get a bunch more stuff done here. I did let a couple of the guys on the server know I was on, but apparently no one wants to come and help me. Oh well. Okay, there's a little bit for sense of scale. We're certainly up a lot higher after going with the new elevator system. This underneath, I'll probably just slab it or something, I don't know, just so it doesn't look quite, the underneath is going to look ugly, most of the back is going to look ugly. It's going to be an engineering space, and engineering spaces are ugly. As you can see, we stepped away from some spot somewhere and the slimes are back. But yeah, it's kind of big. it's kind of really big. 6 bays across. This is just the first one. Now, I'm not sure how to put this. If I wind up with performance problems because of the glass, I'll take the glass out. Then that's just got to happen. It's got to take the glass out. Vanilla glass is, I admit, it's not very attractive. Vanilla glass is, yeah. Needs to be a connected texture, guys. Needs to be less streaky, less obtrusive, right? Going with a distance across. This evens out quite nicely. It's up higher, so mobs can't hop back into these things. I know I gotta go back across here, and like every one of these needs one of that, just to stop the water flow. Oh. Sometimes the solid shooter works, and sometimes it doesn't. I got a few blocks stuck in the fence down there by the magma blocks. Gonna keep going. We'll build up the second level. I'm not sure I'll get to the redstone today. Kind of got a few other things to do. Open, open, open. At the very least, I can get the main body of it done. We'll leave the torches in so the place doesn't start spawning mob before it's finished. I like to keep that part down, preferably, given that that doesn't go anywhere yet. That would literally be a solid shooter of mobs, which, if done correctly, would be really funny. But while I'm about to do something, it'd be a bit of a tragedy. If I don't come back, I'll see you later.